Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture in the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic 268. Now, the time has come. The time has finally come here. There we go. Yes, cheers. Well, to look at the cooling tower, but for some reason Just a minute. There. What is up? There we go. Thank you very much. The time has come now for the snow to melt and for us to finally repopulate the towns of Utopia and the capital. Cheers indeed for this. Just have a look at the population statistics. We have 5,300 adults living with their parents, which should be a pretty good place to start, I feel. But you can, yeah. But just before this, just take one moment to appreciate the great efforts of the people who have been living here in these two towns all by themselves, more or less. Not all by themselves, they have their neighbors, but you know what I mean. They live in a town where usually like 20,000 people live, and now they're a couple of hundred. It might be a bit eerie sometimes during the cold and dark and very long winter nights. But now the time has come for you to get neighbors and to get all that good stuff, really. So, People Petroleum Prefecture proper and Utopia allow citizens to move in. Yes. But for things to actually work, I think that we need a critical mass of population. So, going to take a few people from around the place and simply move them in. Here, it's going to be a bit of clicking because you get 10 for every click, and we need like a few thousand. Did you think I may not have thought this through, just how many clicks it would become? Also, you might actually do good in waiting just a tiny moment with this bit until this number has gone down to nothing, more or less, because they are automatically moving into these two towns. Yes, we just wait a bit until this is decreasing pretty quickly. And I've thought about this too. I'm not going to set the citizen reaction to great or hard. I'm going to set it to the reasonable for like half a year or something until we see that stuff is like working more or less. And then I'm going to set it back to hard. Yeah, we're pretty soon down to no adults living with their parents. And yeah, that's more or less all of them. But that's all. A few. Okay, you're slow to react, whoever is remaining. Yes. So far, what did we get out of this? We got 5,200 people in Utopia and 2,200 in the capital. Not bad. But I've gathered up here residential buildings from every single town. All of the towns are helping in this repopulating these great cities. So this is from Bredrov, where we take people right now. So you should also most likely probably all of this stuff that I had to do to make sure things were actually running during this time. I should get rid of those orders, because those will probably just mess up now that we have a few more people living here. And I hope that we actually... What if I fail again? I can't take that. I'll uninstall this goddamn game. Oops, I do not want to close... Yes, I wanted to close that one. Yeah, here's Prison Mountain, people. You come live here too. Welcome. Welcome to Utopia. How many people did we get so far? 6,300. A few more maybe, and then we go over to capital and repopulate there as well. Yeah, you spread them around here. Oh, that was not a large building. Okay, I hope that's enough to get Utopia going. Planes have already taken off. That's a good thing. Means we've gotten people into the control tower. Where do you want to live? Do you want to live this place? Oh, this we must have a look at before. Actual pollution. There is like no pollution here right now. Almost none. There's a little bit of pollution here for some reason. I don't know what it's coming from. Well, it's more or less nothing. And the pollution for the entire nation is 36%, still pretty high. But this is going to change now that we start running the oil refineries again. Later we can have a look at how we fared through all these years. All these years, it's been it's been like 12 years since I turned on the water management thing, and since then nothing has really been working properly. But we have had these last few years after we got emptied out of people here. It's not been too bad. It's been quite all right. And that reminds me, I should also turn on the notification maybe for crime level that we want to keep on top of, and if anything at all. Too many criminals, or immediately, okay. Yeah, you get to live a little bit all over the place here. Right, and these places have like stuff they do. You go to the tiny bus stop. It may not be a bad idea actually for you to do. No, you go, the tiny bus stop is this one. Or the small bus stop. This one is where they go. They just need a few more places to work, like the universities. Everyone who ends up here goes to work at university and a police station, which should have increased staffing. There's crime is about to happen, I would guess. Crimes will happen. And we only have one more building to move people out of. Hey, let's do it. Make sure we spread them about like all over town. Citizens' happiness is too low. Well, where have I heard that before? That sounds very familiar. Ambulances have not arrived. Yeah, there you go. Now, see if this works. We have workers on the train. Fantastic. Fantastic. What are you doing? Utopia chemists. Yes, that's good. You can be doing that. These buses, students, no, they should still be operational. These on this line, that was a bit of a special thing that we needed. Too many criminals somewhere. What's this about? In Svennemannen? I don't know about that. This police station should have a little bit more staff and a few more squad cars too. There we go. Yeah, but anyway, all these buses, they don't needed no more, because those were to be able to make nuclear fuel, because that's something that we were in quite desperate need of here. But as you can see here from the storage, we have actually managed to fill it up. So it's all good. Yes, I just need to find myself one of my road vehicles depots that actually has space in it preferably too, which then not a lot of them have, if any. No. That one's full. Let's see about the other one. There's supposed to be one around here. This one's empty. Great, we can put the buses here. And just like that, are we back in business? Are we like a powerhouse of petroleum and a powerhouse of many other things too? Happy people, for example. We might actually be. These construction offices should also be back in working order, so we can do these airplane parkings. Too many criminals, you say, but this is in Svennemannen. Svennemannen? Do you really have the difficulties with this? 4 workers without a job. No, 4% criminality. No. Just because it was empty, and probably the first person who moved in had a rather decent crime rate going for them, maybe. That would do it. Yeah, so many police officers here, so this should not be a problem for anyone. You don't have any meat for the moment, but hopefully the meat industry should come back online in just a short while, if it is not already. It is actually back online, running at a little bit, but still running. It's fantastic. And that is 79 workers on the train. That should mean like all of this industry. This is running great. This the steel mill is running. Clothing factory is running. Very good. We don't need to import clothes anymore. Oh, we can stop that. I think that's this distribution office that handles the importing of clothes temporarily. Yes, you do. You don't do that no more, because now we make our own again. And we make our own mechanical components too. Yes. And we make our own everything, really. So mechanical components, those we have also been importing a little bit. And we have been importing steel too, to be able to make electronics out here. Yes, I'm very much focused this evening, it would appear. 21 tons of electronics they have in stock. But where you want to go is like here, I think. The large customs house. There you load steel. You don't. And you, large customs house, you think that you load mechanical components there. You don't. You do not. Nor chemicals neither, for that matter. Oh, there you go. Stop importing that stuff. This is running. This electrical components fire is electrical assembly hall, electronics assembly hall. Yes, that's running great as well. Which is all very nice. Average lifespan. This seems a bit low here, 67. What's up with you? Might be the lack of meat that is turning them weak and what's the word I'm looking for? Weak and feeble. It was not the word I was looking for, but it will do. Sauna is very popular. 230 people are in it. Lovely. Radio station, is that any good? It's not very good. It's decent, but it's not great. Why isn't this any better? They have a little bit of negative happiness and productivity and so on. Yeah, we did turn the difficult setting up, and when they don't get meat, then they get grumpy, very grumpy. But meat industry is back online, and here things are happening too. Very good. I don't know exactly what this is because this is great. Here we have a food ship. You're going to Piedansk, wherever that is again. Don't know off the cuff, but it's somewhere. Ambulance has not arrived. We should maybe look in Utopia. An ambulance has not arrived. Maybe look into that. The boat is here loading food from these two warehouses, and here we have the warehouses that are supplied from the backup food factories down in Svennemannen. And as the boat is here loading, the trucks go about their business and keep filling the place up. So the boat gets quite a decent load of food. Yes, but what's this about? Why wouldn't an ambulance have shown up here? And both hospitals are online. They have ambulances. Ambulances have fuel in them. Yes, they're just standing around. I don't know what to tell you about that. Yes, turn on an interesting overlay. Yes, an interesting overlay would be the happiness of the people living here. This isn't extremely high, but it is not completely awful neither. That's pretty good. 70% here, for example. What would be the reasons that you're not very happy? You can't enjoy culture. That would be the people who are lacking radio and or television. You can't get meat. You can't get electronics. You have electronics at the shop. They're a little bit low on the staffing here in the shop. Might as well turn it up. And should probably open up another police station as well. I don't think that we're going to need all 5 of them. But we might need some. So this one, say, yes, we're taking workers here. Two workers are even without job in Utopia. How's that possible? No. You say 99% happiness in these buildings. Those are the survivors. Those that took care of the power plant and a few other things in the dark times that we just went through. Yes. Now really the time it's just time is just to wait and see what happens with all this. This television station will never be a television station again. The radio station depends. Maybe we'll have this the classic radio station back online and turn off the intermediate one. We'll see. We'll see about it, but so far we have actually gotten a little bit of a loss of the population, haven't we? 54,252 when we started, and now 53,259. Nothing too bad. If you consider how much we just shook things up. Look at this. Oil refineries are actually working. Your services are no longer required, you know. Goodbye. Thank you so much for your services. And these distribution offices, they should no longer load their fuel from what? Thought I changed the place where they got their fuel. You, for example. That's a bitumen place. What the hell was this about? I'm confused here. I should maybe not mess with this. Yes, I should. That should be removed. And you don't have that? No, you don't. But the Kirarush pumping harbor you load in. What's it? Why? Oh, unload if anything. Maybe this There are so many things that were changed around during the bad times, how everything is set up and working and so on. We might have a little bit of an inheritance from that time that we'll have to deal with. But it shouldn't be too bad. Nothing we couldn't handle, I don't think. This is lovely to see that the oil refineries are back online. A train is coming, 81 workers, not a lot, but still, and they have decent productivity. They're all doing great. All doing great, I'm sure. Yeah. I have water. I have water. That's it then. We're back. Everything is going to be great from now on. No more critical stuff on the horizon. I foresee everything working excellently from this point forwards. Seems to be emitting a lot of pollution here. Uranium conversion plant it does, but whatever. It's okay. Nuclear fuel fabrication, you're also running. I think that we in the long run, this is a bit more than we actually need regarding the fuel fabrication, nuclear fuel fabrication. But I'll leave it at like so for now. Even the mechanical components factory is up and running. Chemical plant is up and running. Steel mill is definitely up and running. Fantastic. Like this thing burnt down whilst we were a little bit in the survival mode. So I believe that was handled by, amongst other things, the construction office or this railroad distribution office. It filled it up with steel and boards apparently. Where do boards come from? We need to get boards into that one, and we need to get apparently boards into this one too. It's what to be this one then? Unload a bit of the boards, please. Prefab panels is back too. Great, we have lots of prefab panels even. Plenty of trains going all over. What is this tiny one doing? It's getting mechanical components that will become electronics. Wonderful. And here we have food, 267 tons of it. Excellent, and you seem to be waiting around. Ah yes, this is the oil that doesn't fit in the pipeline that you have been here and offloaded to us. Very nice of you. Yes. Since we haven't had the refineries running for a few years, we haven't really exported or produced that much fuel nor bitumen, but the raw petroleum has been flowing for all this time, so therefore, not all the time. There was a short while when this power plant was offline before we got the people in here to manage it. That it went offline for a little bit, but now it's back. This plane seems to be waiting for buses. Yes. Touch is it? There you go. So well, that's that then. We're back. Now let it run forwards a little bit. See if it's still working in say it's March, say in June, July, if everything is still alright. Reasonably well off anyway. We'll turn it to a great citizen reaction, and everything should be back to normal. And then I don't really know what's left for the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. There has been... it was quite an intensive last few years here with all the catastrophes and the crime spiral and so on, yes. What we've learned, how to get out of a crime spiral. Make everyone in the town that is stricken by the crime spiral leave. This is the only way. I think we can... I'll save that for next time or another time, going over what happened during this time, economy-wise and crime-wise, health-wise, population-wise, and all of that stuff. Yes. For now, though, we are back. We are back, and it feels great to be back, working as we were supposed to. Yes. You have like a lot of people working here. Can get you a few more cars. Now that it's not, you should definitely have a few cars. To have this many people, we don't need this many people in here, but whatever. Yeah, this will be unbalanced for a while before we get the population up to a decent level. But I'm not going to go in and change around every single piece of crap that we have, but I am going to change around this whilst I remember it for the survival houses. Okay, yes. That's it. That is it for now. Television station is supposed to be off. Chemical plant is not running very quick, but it is running. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, are we importing electronics? What do you care about this now? No, you're not importing electronics. I hope that we're getting them from down in Svenneman, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot here. May turn out that one of these electro-making complexes maximus, as we do have here, may not be enough to provide electronics for the population that we're having. And if that's the case, maybe I'll build another one just like this one here. Something, because these people are pretty damned unemployed, even though we have significantly reduced the amount of people living in the town. Significantly, by a bit. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, thank you so very much for watching this installment. 268, was it not, of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Where we are back, indeed. The Eiffel Tower, whatever, that thing in Paris. We're going to build our own, but it does require like 7,300 tons of steel. So we need a little bit more steel before we can actually do it. But that is something that we'll get around to, I think. So that's it for the moment. Good night.